Have you ever wondered why, as we age, our eyes seem to lose their sparkle, the night vision wanes, the glare bothers us more, and reading in low light becomes a chore? Even people who eat well and stay active often find that their vision creeps downward anyway. What's going on under the surface? Tonight, I want to explore one of the lesser known levers you may have in your toolkit for eye repair and preservation, something as simple as a fruit before bed, and why that small habit may tap into deep physiology to support your eye health as you sleep. Here's the stake. Your eyes, like every other organ, depend on repair cycles. As you rest, parts of your retina, lens, cornea, and supporting tissues undergo regeneration, clearing of oxidative stress, and nutrient replenishment. If that repair is impaired, over years you accumulate micro damage. Think of tiny breaks in coverage, abnormal protein deposits, inefficient metabolism. That's what underlies cataracts, macular degeneration, glaucoma, and general decline of night vision. Fixing symptoms like giving eye drops or supplements is only bandaging the result. The root causes are in metabolic health, antioxidant status, microcirculation, and nutrient supply. Here's what's really going on inside your body at night. Your liver is busy doing detox and nutrient balancing. Your eyes are doing their housekeeping cleanup. Hormonal rhythms, melatonin, cortisol, insulin are orchestrating repair and resource allocation. If any of these are off from chronically elevated insulin, poor sleep, micronutrient imbalances, or low blood flow, the nightly repair gets shortchanged. Over years, small deficits compound into vision decline. So the question becomes, is there a food you can strategically time, not just at lunch or breakfast, but right before sleep, that supports that nightly repair? A fruit that delivers the right micronutrients, antioxidants, low glycemic load, and support for ocular tissues without derailing your metabolic balance. In this talk, we'll unpack the physiology, the myths, and the evidence, and I'll walk you through an actionable protocol you can try starting tonight. By the end, you'll understand which micronutrients and phytonutrients truly support eye repair overnight and which are mostly hype. How metabolic health, insulin, liver, sleep, circulation ties directly into eye maintenance. Why timing matters. How eating the right fruit before bed may have outsized benefits. Real-world protocols, how much, when, and combinations that amplify effect. What lifestyle and supplement supports you can layer around this habit. How to monitor benefits and adjust over weeks and months. My goal is delivery of one new habit you can begin immediately tonight, something simple, grounded in physiology, yet capable of shifting your visual health over months and years. I want you to feel empowered, not overwhelmed. If you want to understand how your eyes repair themselves, don't just look at your eyes, look at your liver. Here's why. Your liver is the central chemical plant of your body. It manages the storage and conversion of vitamin A, processes toxins, regulates blood sugar, and generates the antioxidants your eyes depend on. When that system runs smoothly, your retina stays nourished and resilient. When the liver is sluggish, from fatty liver, insulin resistance, or too much sugar and alcohol, your vision begins to fade, sometimes long before you notice symptoms. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of your liver as the logistics hub that ships repair materials to every organ each night. Vitamin A, zinc, glutathione all get packaged and sent out from the liver. If the hub is jammed with back orders, excess fat, toxins, or stored sugar, the delivery trucks to your eyes never leave the warehouse. The result? Your retina doesn't get the raw materials it needs for nighttime repair. Over years, that shortage shows up as slower visual adaptation, dryness, or age-related degeneration. What the research shows is clear. A 2024 study published in Nutrients confirmed that individuals with early-stage non-alcoholic fatty liver disease had significantly lower circulating retinol, vitamin A, and carotenoid levels, even when their diets were adequate. In plain language, if your liver can't release stored vitamin A efficiently, your eyes starve despite what you eat. And vitamin A is not just about eyesight. It's the foundation of the visual cycle. Every time light hits your retina, molecules of retinol, the active form of vitamin A, flip shape to trigger a nerve signal. That transformation happens billions of times per day. When your liver's retinol stores are depleted or locked away in fatty tissue, that chemical dance slows down, and night vision suffers most. Here's what's really going on inside your body. When the liver is overworked, insulin overload, high insulin tells your liver to store fat and sugar, not to detox or release nutrients. Over time, that creates fatty liver and weakens vitamin A transport proteins. Oxidative stress, toxins, and processed foods generate free radicals that consume your liver's glutathione. Without glutathione, the eyes lose one of their main antioxidant defenses. Bile flow stagnation. Healthy bile flow is crucial for absorbing fat-soluble nutrients like vitamins A, D, E, K, and carotenoids. If bile is thick or sluggish, your body can't extract those nutrients from food, no matter how much carrot juice you drink. Now, the good news is this: you can start improving liver-eye communication almost immediately. Here's a simple evening protocol that aligns with your body's repair rhythm. Eat your main meal earlier in the evening. Give the liver time to process nutrients before you sleep. Support bile flow. Include bitter greens like dandelion, arugula, or a splash of lemon water after dinner. They naturally stimulate gentle detox. Add sulfur-rich vegetables, garlic, onions, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Boost glutathione production. Avoid late-night alcohol. Even small amounts dramatically reduce the liver's ability to release stored vitamin A overnight. Include your pre-sleep fruit strategically. A kiwi or a few tart cherries deliver antioxidants and mild serotonin precursors that calm the liver and improve melatonin secretion. So if you do this consistently within weeks, you'll often notice brighter morning vision, less eye fatigue, and steadier energy. What's really happening is that your liver is freeing up stored nutrients and sending them to your retinal cells where they belong. And remember, the liver doesn't heal in isolation. It works hand in hand with insulin control. That's what we'll uncover next. Because the next big piece of the vision puzzle is this: your insulin levels determine how much oxygen and nutrition actually reach your eyes at night. Let's talk about one of the most underestimated causes of declining vision after 50, insulin resistance. Now, when most people hear that phrase, they think of diabetes, blood sugar, or weight gain. But here's the truth. Long before diabetes ever shows up on a lab test, insulin resistance quietly damages the most delicate blood vessels in your body, and your eyes are among the first to suffer. Here's what's really going on inside your body. Insulin's main job is to move glucose, sugar, into your cells for energy, but when your cells stop responding properly, your pancreas pumps out even more insulin to compensate. That's insulin resistance. And over time, those high insulin levels cause inflammation, oxidative stress, and structural damage to your smallest blood vessels, the microcirculation that feeds your retina and optic nerve. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your retina as a lush garden that depends on a fine network of irrigation hoses. Your capillaries, insulin resistance slowly clogs those hoses with sticky residues of sugar and fat. The pressure rises, the walls stiffen, and soon parts of the garden don't get watered. The plants wilt, in this case, your photoreceptor cells and retinal tissue. The garden is still there, but it's starving. What the research shows is compelling. The 2024 meta-analysis in Diabetes confirmed that even in people without diagnosed diabetes, mild insulin resistance correlated with reduced retinal blood flow and early signs of neurodegeneration in the eye. Translation: you don't need to have diabetes for your vision to suffer. Just slightly elevated insulin over years is enough to start the process. Here's the physiological cascade that unfolds. Vascular thickening. Insulin stimulates growth factors that thicken capillary walls. That means less oxygen and nutrient exchange to the retina. Mitochondrial dysfunction. Excess insulin increases oxidative stress, leading to energy loss in retinal neurons. You literally lose the spark needed for sharp vision. Fluid imbalance. Elevated insulin traps sodium in water, contributing to swelling and blurred vision, especially at night when circulation slows. Now, here's the empowering part. This process is reversible. You can dramatically improve microcirculation and insulin sensitivity through consistent natural interventions, and your eyes benefit almost immediately. Here's how to start. 12-hour overnight fast. Stop eating at least 3 hours before bed and wait until breakfast to eat again. That simple window allows insulin to drop, restoring sensitivity. Prioritize protein and fiber during the day. These blunt post-meal glucose spikes preventing insulin overload later. Evening walk. Just a 10-15 minute walk after dinner can lower blood sugar by up to 30%. That's one of the simplest eye protective habits you can build. And cinnamon or chromium-rich foods like eggs, broccoli, and flaxseed, they help stabilize glucose and enhance insulin receptor activity. Control late night snacking. If you crave something before bed, make it functional, not sugary. That's where your specific night repair fruit fits in. For instance, one kiwi before sleep provides antioxidants like lutein, vitamin C, and serotonin precursors, all shown to support melatonin production and retinal repair, but its low glycemic index ensures insulin remains stable. You get nourishment, not a sugar spike. If this is helpful so far, consider subscribing. I post science-based strategies like this every day to help you take control of your health naturally. The takeaway is simple. If you want to protect your eyes, protect your blood sugar. When insulin normalizes, your capillaries reopen, oxygen flows freely again, and your body's built-in repair system can finally do its job. In the next section, we'll get practical. We'll unpack which fruits specifically activate retinal repair at night, what the research says, and exactly how to use them without disrupting your metabolic balance. Because this is where science meets daily habit, and where one small change before bed could help your eyes regenerate more efficiently every single night. When I say eat a fruit before bed to help your eyes, I'm not talking about a sugary dessert fruit that spikes insulin. I mean a strategic, low glycemic, antioxidant-rich fruit that supports melatonin, retinal repair, and metabolic balance. One fruit stands out: kiwi fruit. Kiwi. Let me show you why this isn't fluff. There's physiology, evidence, and a practical protocol you can use tonight. Here's what's really going on inside your body when you eat kiwi fruit. Before sleep, kiwi fruit contains serotonin and its precursors, which convert into melatonin. When you ingest it in the hour before sleep, you give your body substrate to fuel the melatonin surge that drives repair in the retina and other tissues. It's rich in vitamin C, lutein, zeaxanthin, and other carotenoids that specifically localize in the macula and retina. These molecules help neutralize oxidative stress and support photoreceptor integrity. Its glycemic load is modest enough that it doesn't provoke a large insulin spike, so it doesn't sabotage the nighttime repair mode. Furthermore, kiwi fruit has been shown in human trials to improve sleep quality, duration, and recovery metrics when consumed before bed. Let me explain this with a whiteboard analogy. Imagine your retina is a factory that runs a night shift. It needs two primary inputs to function well: antioxidants for cleanup and repair, and clock signals, melatonin to schedule processes. Kiwi fruit delivers both. The antioxidants act as maintenance supplies. The serotonin-melatonin pathway provides the timing cue. And because it's gentle on insulin, it doesn't shock the factory into closing early. What the research shows, in a 2023 randomized controlled trial, participants ate 2 kiwis 1 hour before bedtime for 4 weeks. The result? Improved sleep onset, total sleep time, and sleep efficiency compared to baseline. Kiwi fruit contains significant levels of polyphenols, vitamin C, and carotenoids, which reduce oxidative stress, CDN, clinical trials. Reviews of melatonin's role in eye health emphasize its antioxidants, cytoprotective, and anti-apoptotic effects in ocular tissues, including the lens, retina, and cornea. TMC. Melatonin therapy has been linked in some trials to slower progression of macular changes and age-related macular degeneration and improved stress markers in lens tissues. Science Direct. Now, important caveat: kiwi fruit is not a miracle cure, but when used consistently and intelligently, it becomes a lever in your nighttime repair strategy. Here's a practical step-by-step night repair fruit protocol you can try. Timing: eat 1 medium kiwi fruit or up to 2 small ones about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This gives time for digestion, serotonin conversion, and starts the melatonin cascade before lights out. Pair smartly. If you're somewhat hungry or worried about a sugar dip, Pair the kiwi with a small scoop of collagen or a few nuts. That adds a bit of protein fat buffer without pushing insulin too high. Limit evening carbs. Make sure your dinner is low to moderate in starches. Avoid high carb desserts or late snacking that would compete with the metabolic window. Dim light and blue light reduction. After consuming the kiwi, begin your dim light pre-sleep ritual. Reduce screen brightness, wear blue light blockers, close curtains. This enhances melatonin release when your body is already primed with precursors. Track for 4 to 6. Use metrics. Morning vision clarity in low light, how well you read in dim rooms. Reduction in eye fatigue or glare. Sleep quality, using a sleep app or subjective scale. Fasting glucose or insulin, if you're tracking labs. Optional rotation. If you can't access kiwi, consider tart cherries or grapes. Both have melatonin content, though with higher sugars. Use them sparingly and with caution to your glucose control. Science Direct 1. Why this makes sense in context. You've already aligned insulin from earlier sections so that your body enters a low insulin, repair optimized state at night. You've supported liver function so nutrients and antioxidants flow properly. The kiwi fruit provides both repair materials and timing cues, two critical missing links. Over weeks or months, small enhancements in nightly repair can accumulate to improved night vision, reduced oxidative stress, and slower progression of age-related eye decline. One more actionable tip. If you ever travel across time zones or fight jet lag, using the same kiwi before bed habit shifts your melatonin rhythm more smoothly. It's a gentle, food-based timing cue, not a blunt melatonin pill. If this is helpful so far, consider subscribing. I post physiology-based actionable strategies like this each week to help you take back control of your health. In the next section, we'll address common pitfalls and misuse, what mistakes sabotage this approach, e.g. wrong fruits, overeating, hormone interference, and how to layer additional supports. By now, you understand the science. Your eyes repair themselves at night, your liver fuels that repair, insulin controls the flow of nutrients, and certain fruits like kiwi can support that process naturally. But, and this is critical, the power of this nightly protocol depends on avoiding common mistakes that can completely cancel out those benefits. Here's what's really going on inside your body when things don't work as planned. The healthy snack trap. Many people hear fruit before bed and reach for a banana, mango, or orange thinking fruit is fruit. The problem, these high sugar options spike insulin, which blocks melatonin release and delays repair. Insulin and melatonin are inversely related. When insulin rises, melatonin drops. That means a high glycemic fruit, even if full of vitamins, actually turns off your eye's nighttime regeneration switch. Fix. Stick to low glycemic fruits, kiwi, tart cherry, or a few blueberries, ideally with a small fat buffer like almonds or chia seeds. That combination stabilizes glucose and prolongs antioxidant absorption through the night. Eating too late. Even the right fruit can backfire if you eat it after your body has entered digestive shutdown mode. The liver shifts into detox between 10 p.m. 2 a.m. If you're still digesting heavy food during that window, energy is diverted away from ocular repair.
Fix. Finish dinner at least 3 hours before bed. Then have your fruit 30-60 minutes before sleep.
That timing gives your liver space to complete digestion, while the nutrients from the fruit circulate right as melatonin peaks. 3. Blue light exposure. This is a silent killer of nighttime repair. Blue light from screens tells your brain it's noon, suppressing melatonin by up to 80%. Even if your nutrient timing is perfect, your signal to start repair never arrives. Fix. Dim lights 2 hours before bed. Enable night mode on devices or use blue light glasses. A 2024 Chronobiology International study confirmed that blocking blue light for just 1 week significantly increased natural melatonin output and improved morning visual contrast sensitivity in older adults. 4. Missing magnesium. Magnesium is the quiet amplifier of this entire system. It's needed for melatonin synthesis, insulin regulation, and muscle relaxation around tiny ocular blood vessels. Yet most older adults are deficient. Fix. Add magnesium-rich foods in your dinner rotation, spinach, pumpkin seeds, or a gentle magnesium glycinate supplement after dinner. Studies show this combination enhances both sleep depth and retinal oxygenation. 5. Oversupplementation. Many people double up with synthetic melatonin tablets thinking more is better. The problem, over time, high doses can desensitize your natural melatonin receptors and flatten your circadian rhythm. Fix. Rely on food-based melatonin cues first: kiwi, tart cherry, consistent bedtime, and light control. Supplements can be reserved for travel or major sleep disruptions. 6. Dehydration. Even mild dehydration thickens your blood, reducing nutrient delivery through those tiny eye capillaries. Your eyes are 98% water, circulation and hydration are inseparable. Fix. Drink a full glass of mineral water 30-45 minutes before bed, not right at bedtime, to avoid sleep interruption. Add a pinch of sea salt or a few drops of electrolyte solution if needed. When you combine these amplifiers, stable insulin, proper timing, darkness, magnesium, and hydration, your body finally experiences the full cascade of nighttime ocular repair. Melatonin triggers cleanup. The liver releases stored antioxidants. Capillaries open, circulation improves. Retinal mitochondria recharge. You wake up with clearer, more refreshed eyes. This process doesn't happen overnight. It's cumulative. Small habits practiced consistently compound into transformation. So here's my challenge to you. Apply one optimization each night this week. Maybe tonight it's simply dimming the lights earlier. Tomorrow, add the kiwi. Next, close your kitchen 3 hours before bed. Stack them. Within 2 to 3 weeks, you'll start to feel it. Smoother sleep, less morning blur, brighter perception. That's your biology thanking you. If this message resonates, consider subscribing. I post evidence-based practical strategies like this every day to help you repair metabolism and longevity from the inside out. Next, we'll bring everything together. In the final section, I'll summarize the key mechanisms, give you a simple nightly protocol checklist, and leave you with one small but powerful challenge to start tonight. Your eyes are living tissue, not static camera lenses. Every night, they're designed to rebuild, detoxify, and recharge, but only if your internal environment allows it. The beauty of this process is that you don't need a prescription to activate it. You simply need to remove interference and supply the right signals. Here's what's really going on inside your body. When you go to bed in a low insulin, melatonin-rich state, your liver begins releasing stored vitamin A and antioxidants. Those nutrients circulate through clean, flexible capillaries to your retina, where melatonin acts as the night shift supervisor, directing mitochondria to repair and photoreceptors to regenerate. In that quiet metabolic harmony, your vision literally restores itself. So let's turn the science into something practical. The 7-minute nighttime eye repair routine. You can start tonight 3 hours before bed. Finish your last meal. Keep it light and balanced. Protein, healthy fat, non-starchy vegetables. 60 minutes before bed, dim lights, shut bright screens, shift into low stimulus mode. 30 to 45 minutes before bed, eat your night repair fruit, 1 medium kiwi or a few tart cherries. Add a handful of almonds or chia if you prefer slower absorption. 15 minutes before bed, hydrate with a glass of mineral water. Stretch gently, breathe deeply, or do a brief gratitude reflection. At bedtime, total darkness, cool room, no notifications. Let melatonin rise naturally. That's it, about 7 minutes of focused care that creates the ideal environment for your eyes, your liver, and your hormones to synchronize their nightly reset. Over weeks, you'll begin noticing small signals, clearer vision in the morning, less eye dryness or glare at night. Deeper, more restorative sleep. Those are your feedback loops, your biology confirming that the system is working again. And remember, consistency is the therapy. Every night you reinforce this pattern, your mitochondria learn to repair more efficiently, your insulin sensitivity improves, and your eyes regain resilience that pills alone can't deliver. So here's my challenge to you. Try this keep the process simple, observe the changes, and let your results be the teacher. If you found this helpful, give this video a like and subscribe, not for me, but to remind yourself that your health transformation begins with small, intelligent actions like this one. Together, we're building a community that values evidence, simplicity, and self-healing. Your eyes don't have to fade with age. Support them night after night, and they'll thank you with clarity, light, and longevity.